myself, when I started, I only wanted to work with Gen Zs, young people, because they have the energy.
Yeah.
They have the energy. Wakanisumbua. Now, now I had to learn how to operate with them.
Is marriage a business decision? You said you're a family man. Naweza pata mtu mwingine ama the laughter has
Like, I'm telling you the truth. It should be. It should be. First time.
Even as a young man, mmeshikwa tu huko mkitembea tembea.
Mimi nikiwa campus sikuwa na hizo issues. Me was somebody mwenye alikuwa anasoma sana. I was a good guy. I was a good guy all through. You know, I got a first class in campus. I usually tell people that. So mimi nilikuwa kitabu kila throughout.
What going on, everybody? How are you doing? It's your girl Susinga, the girl with the golden voice, but you can call me the girl with the plan. Welcome to another exciting episode of Bees and Banter. So today, sijui hata niseme niko wapi, niko kwa watu wa Mogodas. Kisikia watu wakisema buroti maguta, huko ndio niko leo. And today I'm seated with the MD of Amcco Properties. And first of all, Amcco is an award-winning, I would want to say, real estate or property selling company. You've won a couple of awards, and that is quite interesting. We're about to get into that. But first of all, I usually want to start with karibu sana, but nimekuja kwenyu. So unanikaribisha ama?
Yeah, karibu.
Unanikaribisha?
Karibu to Amcco. I know when you're setting up all these, you felt at home.
Yes,
I hope, are you used to such setups or such?
Not really. Rakim ndo anasikia nikata toka hapa na kakuota pale. So, I've just mentioned your titles, and I know you as Mr. James.
Yes.
But could you give us like a proper intro?
Of who I am?
Yeah.
So, my name is James Muturi Kemani. I'm the founder of Amcco Properties. Right now we are in for 5 years. We started during COVID. So prior to that, I was a banker. I was working for Diamond Trust Bank. Then I became a transporter. So actually, I can give a lot of stories of what transporters go through.
Situpatie siri moja hizo zenye Wakongo wameficha huko. They don't want us to know.
Mimi ni mtu wa ground. I know.
Ground inasema aje?
Najua siri mingi. Actually, I'll tell you, in transport, nobody sells what they say. So you'll be told mzigo yako ni 20 tons, but ukipima, it's 13 or 14. But ni lugha ya kazi. Because wewe unataka ton mingi, but customers are not willing to pay for the actual amount of tonnage. So hiyo ni siri moja, wasinipige sana.
Hiyo ni siri moja. Lakini I feel like hiyo iko kila mahali. Have you gone to sokos alafu unasikia mtu anasema mia so?
Yes. So,
ukienda kushika anakwambia ni 300. Kwani nimesema hiyo mia mara ngapi, madam?
So, yeah, and I'm a family man.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get into that.
Thank you.
But it's interesting to me that you started in COVID.
Imagine.
Right in the middle of COVID, where everyone is closing down businesses.
Yes.
Others are being laid off because these people were employed. Not everyone is an entrepreneur. So why? So
actually, COVID fast-tracked a dream that I always had. The name Amcco was I came up with the name Amcco at around 2016 when I was leaving the bank and industry. I wanted to execute the idea in 2018. I felt I was not ready enough. So COVID literally helped me unbirth something that was that I had for quite a while. So what happened during COVID is everybody was having their businesses or their careers being affected by that during that time. And that was the same case for me. I was in transport, had trucks, had loans. I realized that I cannot pay the loans anymore. So I was running away from the troubles that I could foresee because COVID hit Africa or hit Kenya in 2020. Uhuru changed the former president. closed mipaka ya Nairobi.
Yeah, there was
At
cessation
around
of
March.
movement, yes.
So only essential goods would move in and out, and essential people.
Yeah.
So I was neither. I was
Yeah.
not.
What was shamba? Oh, by that
I was
ulikuwa
in
transport.
yes, and I was selling building materials, river sand to be specific. That was not an essential commodity.
It's not, it can
So
be.
you'd imagine the hustle.
Yeah.
Yes, Lori, you know, we used to fake some baruas and say we are tunaendea mboga.
Kumbe nende simiti hapa.
Lakini lori ikirudi kwa mpaka, you know, you cannot hide whatever is in the truck.
Yeah.
So now barua inasema unaendea mboga na ni mchanga iko.
Wanashindwa boss.
Imagine now the hustle. You know,
Yeah.
it used to Nairobi, or the Nairobi metropolis used to feel like a country on its own.
Yeah.
So that was 2020 for me. At that point now I made a decision that if this continues, I'll be in a lot of trouble. And this real estate idea had been there for a while. So I just made a quick decisions. Nilifanya tu hesabu za haraka. And I was able to decide I'm going to real estate. At that point, it was not the best decision, or it was not the best timing. But now, when I look at it, it was the best time. So the reasons being, that is the time that most people realized that you need to be in your own space. So as much as majority of the people had lost their jobs, businesses were closing down, people had savings. So the small savings that people had, even if you had never thought about owning land or owning a property, now people started going to look for properties. Whereby, so it was like a wake-up call to most people. So at the end of the day, instead of the market shrinking for land business, the market literally increased in terms of the demand. The demand was more for residential properties, especially within the Nairobi metropolis. So anyway, I did not have those calculations in mind at that point. I was also surviving. Actually, the dream was I sell one plot a month and I'm good.
Yeah. Kwanza wacha unaenda hii syllabus naenda mbio sana. Relax. Umesema by that time you were into transport.
Yes.
You had a couple of loans that needed to be financed.
Yes.
At the same time, this idea, transport is not taking you really well. Uliuza shamba ya nani? Ama unaweza kuwa uliuza shamba ya mzazi na tuko.
No, I have always been a hustler. I call myself that. So I have done so much. Or I used to do so much. What happened was the bank I was working for gave us an assignment to attract more, because I was based in Thika branch, to attract more Kikuyus into the branch. So being a Kikuyu, I had like a responsibility to go out there and look for business to bring to the bank. And out of that is where I learned about the transport business. And so they really helped me. So you see, they are my customers, but over the weekends, I'm hanging out with these people. So I would be seeing what they are doing. Somebody has purchased a new truck. I'm there in the garage, inatengenezwa body na hizo vitu zote. So I learned a lot from those business people. And now I was like their relationship manager in a way. So majority of them would come to me for services directly. At that point, quote unquote, the bank was more into Asians, not more into locals, Kenyans and all. So, and they were trying to change that at that point. Successfully, now they have totally managed to change. But now we were the people who were given that responsibility at that point in time. And we really brought in a lot of customers across. And there are strategies that we used which really worked at that point. So now, these guys, I'm bringing them, I'm making them my friends, and now niko ground na wao. So hata watu wenye so they are very successful guys right now who are doing avocado exports. Tulianzana nao hapo. Guys would come to, mtu anakuja ametoka kwa shamba akaenda akapeleka the avocados. Then now they come to the bank to be paid. They're coming for the money in cash. They don't want to keep the money there. So wanakuja na check, an open check. So they get their money. Somebody is getting 1 million shillings. Cash.
Augopi mchezo wa town.
To my friend. Nani tu vijana. Like watu wameacha tu form 4. So these are the, sasa wewe unajua uko na your degree there and you're asking
unasema form 4 ako na 1 million. Na mimi niko hapa employment.
1 million I cannot hata employers itikia kunipea loan.
Unasema wewe unajua million utai service for the rest of your life.
So the banking space, to tell you the truth, opened my mind. There was a guy, we were in class together in campus. So they happened to open a business with the dad in the last year when we were just finishing our university in 2013. And this guy, when I was employed in the bank, the first time he came into the branch, I think he was withdrawing. Mimi nilikuwa teller. Naenda ku-withdraw, balance ya jamani 5M, sijui 5 point something. And I remember, because they were doing speed governance, they were making so much money. At some point, because they had probably Kenyan market, they were all over. So those are some of the things that now are making me think. I'm here earning my kakul salary. I should do more. I should do more. And I think the bank, I never regret working at the bank because it opened me up. The exposure to different business people. If there is something that I loved, is going for site visits for customers. Even the big, now we used to go to big players, these big company, big corporates, the blue chips and all. Then sasa unaenda kwa watu background. You find somebody who is an SME doing their thing. You hear their stories. What is the focus? So all that now, I think that is the point at which I learned how a business is done. You can start small and grow. So at least I had that.
Excuse me.
That you can start small and grow. So watu wa biashara wakani educate. Actually, I had my first truck while I'm still in the bank. You'd imagine. Yes, my first truck, KAT 522Y. Bado naikumbuka. A 10-wheeler. No joke.
Hey, hapo
nilikuwa nimepambana. Actually my dream was to become a serious transporter at that point. Nilikuwa nataka nikuwe the Buzekis with the 1,000 trucks. Kazi ni kukaa tu kwa ofisi with a big screen kumonitor ziko wapi.
The dream is free. The hustle is sold differently.
My friend. I remember I sold that to my branch manager. I remember when I bought the truck, we were so free with the guy. I told him, nimenunua. Now you know, wacha nikwambie, nitanunua hii na hii na hii. Then once I am in this fifth truck, 10-wheeler, now I can go for the trailers.
Hey.
Kazi. Niko nishapanga kazi.
Mtoto mdogo anajipanga na yeye hapo manager wa bank.
I was I was 24 years. Yes.
What is the biggest risk you've taken?
I think buying my first truck was my biggest risk.
Why?
I'm doing something that I don't even know why. Ni kama tu unaingia mahali but you don't even know. Let me give you the story. So this is what happened. So we go to view the truck. So my mentors want me to buy an expensive truck. I don't have the money, but I want to go into the business. So I get this guy, actually, nilimpata Gigi. So I'm looking for the trucks online, nikapata na Gigi. So calling a lady picked up. So when the lady picked up, tukaongea. Then she told me the vehicle is owned by the dad, and the dad will contact me. The dad called. So the person who is calling is already my client. Alikuwa anaitwa Simba Mzee. That's another story. So the guy calls me now. He actually came. At that point, I've left tailoring, niko customer service. Alikuja, nikamwona. I actually remember him coming in.
Did you know his face prior? Because
no, he's already my client. So niko familiar na yeye. So he comes in now. he used to bank with us. He comes in and, hey, leo unataka kununua gari yangu? Nikamwambia it's okay. Yes, ni mimi. Oh, you are talking with my daughter. She's the one who had posted it on Gigi.
Gigi, yes.
Sawa. So now I go to so we decide we are going to view the vehicle.
Yeah.
So nilikuwa nafikiria gari iko Thika or somewhere. Kumbe gari iko na huku Murang'a. Sijui Kagio, sijui wapi. Now I tell my friend, take me to go and view the vehicle. Actually, my branch manager was the one who took me.
Yeah.
Ambia nipeleke niende. So we organized one Saturday after work. Sure, we drove all the
Murang'a.
way. Murang'a. Tukaenda tukaona gari. So the vehicle was not even moving. Iko stalled pahali. So it was doing some works na huko. So I think it had engine issues, gearbox issues. So ikaekwa tu na huko somebody akashindwa kuirun.
Yeah. But I'm assuming it's expensive.
Si pesa kidogo. So but nimejipanga. I know how I'm working my ways around things. But it was very cheap. So compared to the normal trucks, hii ni kama tuseme half the price.
Yeah, yenye ungeingia ya tuseme.
Yenye mimi with my small monies, kalona hapa na hapa, I can still manage. So I go and I decide I'm buying this thing. Actually, sikutaka kujua engine iko aje, gearbox iko aje. Mimi niangalia iko na body na iko na miguu. It has the wheels. We are good to go.
Kusema this is all we want.
This is all.
About the engines, we shall confirm that later.
Unajua, I bought the vehicle and I paid the guy. Now simpa mzee. He tells me we are done. Nilimlipa NIC bank, then that is where we did the transaction. So once I made the transfer, Jamaa tells me now we are good. Nikamuuliza, we are good how?
Make it make sense.
Like, so you want me to just go and pick the truck kwenye niliona? I cannot even remember where it is.
Yeah.
The logbook was not even under his name. It was under somebody else's name. He was called Adomo somebody. So for him, he had made a kill. Sasa yeye nikuondokea naondokea. Yani, you have you ever felt you are conned? Like, unaiona kwa face ya mtu venye sasa anakuondokea. He knows now he has made his money and he's off.
Inasema hiyo imeniramba hiyo.
So I think out of the respect, the fact that he knows he'll come to the bank the following day and meet
na kupate huko.
Akaniambia, twende, okay ni sawa, let me take you. Twende tukaichukue. So I looked for a mechanic. Now, imagine now I'm looking for a mechanic when I have already bought. Instead of looking for a mechanic before.
Yeah.
So we went. Where? The mechanic now even lied. Juu sasa amegongwa kakitu na huyu jamaa. Kaniambia gari iko sawa, everything is okay, it's just a few issues.
And how come you didn't get like your own mech, like someone who this guy doesn't know?
You see, you just want to make it. That is the problem. And I think you just want to succeed. You are so hungry. You know the truck business works. Umeona watu wakitengeneza pesa. You don't want even them to guide you because their guidance will take time. Because they want you to buy trucks that are a bit new. Siko sawa kidogo. But you don't want that advice. You want to be in the business tomorrow. Tomorrow,
yeah. Does that mean then that the hunger of success can take you to the depths of...
Yes.
I don't know.
But also I have also come to learn that watu wenye wako na the high risk appetite, they also win big.
Yeah.
They also win big.
So high risk,
you win high returns.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes. High risk, high returns. That one you can bet on that. But also high risk, the chances of you losing everything is also very high. That is now the flip side of it. Sasa, tukaenda. So, lori kumbe hata iko na kesi. So there was a police station nearby when they saw us taking the truck. Now for the first, I've never been to a police station. Ile unaingia ndani, hata kuingia hapo kwa OB. That was my first time.
Even as a young man, mmeshikwa tu huko mkitembea tembea.
Mimi nikiwa campus sikuwa na hizo issues. Me was somebody mwenye alikuwa anasoma sana. I was a good guy. I was a good guy all through. You know, I got a first class in campus. I usually tell people that. So mimi nilikuwa kitabu kila throughout. So now, sasa
You're in a
even
police
hivyo sasa
station.
nakuwa initiated into lorry ownership. Hata before gari igurumishwe ama itoke kwenye imekuwa, already it has issues with the police. So tukaenda hapo kwa polisi, sijui they had parked the wrong place. There was a guy, the owner of the petrol station who had put a case for these guys. It's as if they abandoned the lorry there and they are incommunicado. They are not willing to engage them. So he wants his pay. He wants to be paid for the days that the lorry had parked within his premises.
Yes.
Hey, sasa unajua sasa hiyo ni vita ingine. So now this guy, the Simba mzee guy, had to pay
alikuwa
off.
Simba mzee huyo.
had to pay off for all those issues.
Yeah.
So akaongea nao vizuri and everything was sorted out. But at that point, tumbo imejaa maji, pressure. That was my first day.
Your money has already checked your account.
Sasa hizo niko na my bank at that point 0 na madeni sasa.
Come on.
Before gari sijui ifike Murang'a, ika break down.
Hey. Naona tu hapa mngetafuta prophet akuje. Mwende na huyo prophet.
Sasa kwanza tuende Murang'a town, you look for nini ya kumove the vehicle. Na sasa si unaenda unatafuta tika flatbed. Ni lori ingine sasa ikuje lori. They had to tow. They told it to Murang'a town, kukakuwa usiku. Wakatuambia now you cannot continue. It's late. You have to go home and wait for the lorry tomorrow. Sasa imagine siku ya kwanza.
Umekaribishwa na all this drama.
You have been to the police station. You have been, gari yako imekuwa told. So that vehicle sasa ilikuja the following day. It was because I think I had taken an off day. No, ilikuja on a Sunday in the morning. Kaletwa Murang'a, kaletwa now Thika. I don't even have a location to kuiweka. So nakumbuka, I think my landlord at that point alikuwa anajuana na rafiki yake ako na an empty space somewhere. Tukaweka gari hapo. Zile vitu niliona then, sikuwa najua kumbe lori ikiwa iko pahali haina security and all ni gold mine. Before sasa ni arrange venye nitatengeneza the engine and all that.
Fixing the issues the car has.
Waliiba, something was stolen. Diff-lock, I remember. Yes, there was a diff-lock that was stolen.
Where you parked?
Where I parked. Diff-lock, nikaambiwa, that car diff-lock, if you go to buy, because I had to buy it again, I bought it 60K at that point. Yani, problems on top of problems on top of problems. But the best learning lesson. The best learning lesson for, because I think out of that, now you become a business person. You start now, yes, at that point you feel you are losing. But anyway, a 24-year-old has time to recover. You don't have a family. You can live in a single room somewhere and you survive.
Yeah, you still have
you can
time kwenda
reduce all your
Kirinyaga
expenses.
Road.
Yes, you're active. You will consult. You'll try so many things at the same time. So at that point in time, I think it helped me to be resilient. Because one of the biggest lessons I learned through that small journey of being a truck owner was you have to be patient. And that is something that most business people are not able to do. You have to exercise patience. You have to, yes, unaona hapa kuna deal, hapa kuna opportunity, but you have to think it through and be patient enough because at some point unaweza ingia ikuchome. And actually, if you ask so many people why they go into businesses, they cannot even tell you why. Hawezi kuambia niliingia, mbona aliingia kwa biashara yangu. Labda aliona biashara yake anafanya. Like the only motivation was I saw somebody else doing it, I decided I would do it. Which is one of the biggest mistakes. So hapo mimi nililearn the hard way. zile struggles nimepitia at that point.
Mambo ilichemka huko.
So imagine now this is an investment you made, hauna pesa na now sasa imeitisha pesa ingine. You know how much an engine was costing at that point kutengeneza?
This is 20?
20 it was 2015.
2015, that's almost like 10 years ago.
Yes. It was 2015. An engine was costing, na si kununua mpya, you could not afford to buy a new one. Kufunga engine at that point was around 300k. Na saa hizo umeweka vitu zinaitangwa vitu za mtumba. They are not the original parts from General Motors. They are imported parts. So ukiziweka, the vehicle is still not very reliable.
Yeah. So that means that you're getting into this business already at a back foot.
Yes.
Kwa sababu you have all this money, you're in debt.
You're in debt and you're getting into more debt to make sure it works.
It works. But how is it important for people to take, what is the proper time for a business owner to take like some financing, business financing? This is like loans and to finance the business.
Okay. In our Kenyan context, ama African context, okay, hiyo ni swali rahisi na ni ngumu. Wacha nikwambie kwa nini.
Yeah.
Ni ngumu because you see in our context, we don't access credit. It's not easy to access credit, especially as a new business owner. But if you are probably in the Western countries, if you have a very good idea, credit is actually, if you prove to your county government or state government that you can be able to employ people, whatever you're coming at, whatever your business you want to do,
you can employ people.
You can employ like 5-10 people. The state will give you grants without from day one. You get it?
Yeah,
so it is not so difficult to start.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you see, for you to start a business, you need money or you need the capital. Yes, you may have a very good idea, but you need the money to execute the daily operations of every day. So now, I think there are different stages of taking financing. But if you're confident enough to start, you can always start at a negative. My transport business, how I was doing it, I was not even having the money to do it. So we used to get people who are struggling to pay off loans. So you would find somebody has been paying a loan for 2-3 years. Probably ni mtu akona pesa, ameambiwa ingie kwa biashara ya transport. So they came in, did a depot of 50%, then there was a 50% that remained. He bought a vehicle worth 10 million, already had paid 5, so akachukua loan ya 5. So right now stress hata ya kulipia hiyo 5, hawezi kulipa hiyo 5. So labda unapata huyo mtu amebakisha deni ya 4. So this person really just wants to leave the business. Aondoke, hataki hiyo stress.
Nataki hiyo stress tena.
So they are willing to sell you the vehicle at 4 million. But the vehicle is worth 6 million or 7 million ukifanya your valuation. So we go to the bank, and the bank at that point could give you even up to 80% of financing. So if you go, hata ikivalue 6%, 6 million, wakupe na 80%, that's 4.8 million. So already, if this guy is selling you a vehicle at 4 million, already hata uko na 800 ya kufanya kazi. Shida ni, that 4.8 you really struggle to pay it because hii gari ni mzee pia. So
it needs a lot of servicing.
It needs a lot of servicing, it keeps breaking down. But itajilipa in a way. So you find your footing as you go. You find your footing. So unajua ni survival tu. You do inafanya kazi vizuri 2 weeks, you make your money. So 2 weeks kama uta struggle, then you learn the vehicle. So when you're fixing it, at least once you fix the one problem, you make sure it is not recurring. So hivyo tu pole tu. So it's if you really need to start, I think all the options are open. It depends now how much work you put in to recover in terms of so if you started at a negative, so you know you have to work twice or thrice more for you to be able to recover. But at some point you have to recover. So at the end of the day, I would answer the question is the most important thing is to be able to start. The rest, utajulia tu mbele. Because pia accessing credit, as I've told you, is not easy. However, I have seen companies also, and there are several examples that have been in the papers whereby the idea is good. They get a lot of funding, especially fintech. So they'll get funding from day one. They are given a lot of money, but they don't know how to use the money.
Yeah,
So at
so
the end of the day, wanaanguka.
anachukua anaenda nanua magari 3.
You see, yeah, the managing the money now becomes an issue because a one-year company, for you to be able to manage more money, you need even the expertise for that. You cannot compare to a 10-year-old company that has already gotten all the structure. So if you feed more money, there are people who are decision makers around the table who are saying, let's do this. But imagine sasa mimi nikiwa pale 2020, somebody comes with 100 million shika.
And this is
my friend, niko na mashida mingi sana, niko na mashimo.
But let's go back to plots and selling property.
Yeah.
There's something that is in the website.
Yeah.
Says, discover how Amcco Properties is shaping the future of affordable real estate in Nairobi, where your vision for the perfect home becomes a reality. I want you to now shed some light on how do you balance between affordability and prime, almost like quality, because it's in an equivalent in other things would be luxury. When you say prime, it's like something that's imepita a certain threshold. So how do you balance that then? Okay.
So this is what happened when I was coming to the market. At that point, actually what happened, before now June, July, when I'm setting up now the company and deciding now I'm going into real estate, I had bought some prime property in Ruiru. And I remember at that point, how I got even to know about the property being up for sale. It was a friend. We were having some coffee somewhere and that discussion came up. So actually, alikuwa naenda kuonyesha mtu mwingine. Actually, kuna shamba naenda kuonyesha nani. Haya, situende hata mimi nione. So
Niko free.
So I ended up buying the plot instead of even the guy who
was going to be shown
the property. But one thing I realized by the time I'm coming into the business was that majority of the people who are selling properties at that point in time were selling where land was easily available. So if you outside Nairobi, so the Nanyukis, the Malindis, so places where land is very much available.
Naivasha.
Yes, it's not difficult to get large pieces of land. And any sane person can do the same. You want to go somewhere where the supply is not limited, you can easily be able to get a property up for sale. Now, but I considered myself, if I have a young family or if I want to invest somewhere, I can dash and go and check on my property. If you go to our website again, you'll also see we really focus on return on investment. I also don't want somewhere I'll put up, I'll go and buy a property and 10 years down the line, the value has not shifted. I would have done much more better with putting the money somewhere else.
Yes.
So the focus now of affordability and the location we are selling, now that was our main focus. So out of that, you have to do a lot of research in terms of where is the next road developments happening within the country. Where are the properties are located? Is there direct access to water, electricity? Those are some of the things that now you look into. But also the conversation of affordability, because now once an area becomes prime, the Karens, the Rundas, they become really not affordable for each and every person within the market.
Yes.
So you now have to balance. Now, what I was considering at that point was purely, can I drive? Can I board a matatu from work to home? Out of that, we had to specifically consider that you cannot be able now to sell outside Nairobi because the focus has to be Nairobi has the biggest population. hii population ya Nairobi haiko served na supply. Actually, if you looked at the people who are selling properties, 80% were selling outside Nairobi.
Nairobi, yes.
So the Nairobi market was the one that had a lot of demand, but haina supply. So mtu wa Nairobi akitaka shamba affordable, labda ambiwe tutoke Nairobi. So now I had to look for properties within Nairobi that are still affordable.
Affordable, yeah.
So out of my research, obviously we started with the Kagundo Road within that market, Kamulu, Joska and Mala. And then out of our need to still, because you see the need is infrastructure. Why is the most infrastructure happening? Out of that is how we discovered Kikuyu. And Kikuyu at that point, the Ndeya area was pretty virgin. Nobody was selling land there. Just a few people. So we went in. For me, I saw a great potential. The land was still very affordable.
Yeah.
We actually started selling land there at 50 by 100, an eighth of an acre at 550K, which for me is very affordable for something that you can build immediately.
Yeah.
So we discovered that. So all the infrastructure projects that we had thought of or we had researched about, amazingly, all of them have been done.
Yeah.
So everything we told our customers about infrastructure happening in that area has been done.
Yeah.
So, and that is what we are talking about affordability and also combining it with a prime area. Because you see now, if you are buying a plot at 550 in 2021, and we are telling you this plot will only be actually, I remember there's a project I told them we were selling the plots at 1.2 million. And I told them Tarmac will be touching your plots. Just give it a maximum of 2 years. I tell you the truth. Right now, Tarmac is touching that project. So there now a plot is going for average 2.5 million.
That's
So we were able to give these people, just within a period of 2 years, we were able to convert their return on investment from 1.2 million to around 2.5. So even if that person today sells off the plot at 2 million, ako sawa.
I would want to understand, how long does it take? Because real estate and plots and all these things, it's an asset that appreciates.
Yeah.
You're saying there was a property going for 1.2, now it's 2.5.
Yeah.
That's like 2 years, 3 years, right?
Yes.
So how long does it take for now Amcco Properties Limited, between the time that you acquire a piece of property and the time that you're selling, so that by the time you're selling, you don't sell it at the same amount of money that you acquired the property for?
Okay. Now that depends. So majority of our projects we buy there in the market. We buy there in the market. However, there are others that we buy with long-term. We think long-term. So there's a project probably I'll buy today. I'll not be able to take it to the market because there are a few things that are not there yet. As I've told you, we try as much as possible to have amenities in place. So we need the water and the electricity to be around our project. So it will depend. So I'll say, actually there are properties we bought 2-3 years ago and they have never gone to the market. Yeah.
Zinangoja the right time.
Zinangoja to the right time.
Na sasa right time isipofika.
They are still assets and they are appreciating. So every day, and that's the beauty about real estate. Each and every day it keeps appreciating, especially if it's anything within Nairobi. What we call the Nairobi metropolis.
Yes.
Unajua inasemekananga ni watu wangapi wanaingia Nairobi kila siku. It's said like what? Averagely 1 million or 2 million every day.
Yeah.
So probably 4 or 5 million live within Nairobi and probably 3 million or 4 million come
They
and
come
go.
and go, yes.
You see? So with that, you can imagine, na mimi nilipiga hesabu kidogo sana. I was thinking, all the universities around Nairobi, KU, UON, Catholic, Strathmore, all these universities, ziko na kama students wangapi? These are in millions.
Yes.
Sindio? Majority of these people when they graduate, if they were studying in UON, how many of them go back to the village? Probably 50% remain in Nairobi. So huyo ni mtu alitoka Loitoktok, ama alitoka somewhere niliona I was somewhere visited maili 5 sijui maili 9.
Maili 9 iko mali. Kuna ingine liko huko Western Kenya.
You
Maili
see,
9.
you see. Then this person has decided to work in Nairobi. Do you know in 3 years time they are looking for a plot within Nairobi because now they are thinking, now I'm going to settle here.
Settle here.
And in our context, getting an apartment is for the high-end market now. So if they have to start small, the easiest way to start is going to get a plot. At least in the next 3 years,
You build at your own pace.
I can build. So the demand haishuki. Actually, Nairobi is expanding, and that is why if you look at it, all the satellite towns within Nairobi, actually they are giving people better rate of returns, even in housing. Pole pole tu, so unapata places like Kitengela, the Ruirus, those places, if you have an apartment, you are getting very good earnings on your properties. So, and they keep growing, but it's because of the population. Una population in an increase, land still remains the same.
Yeah.
So this population will obviously push the prices of properties consistently. Inaenda ikizipush zikiwa, because for example right now we are selling Ngong. The Kimoka area that we are selling today, 3 years ago I could not manage to sell that place. But ile population iko, like now Kimoka town is becoming a small hub. People now are doing commercial properties or residential, multi-dwelling residential units there. They are getting a lot of customers because now the roads are good. Probably Ngong Town is a bit more expensive today. Actually getting a house in Ngong Town is a challenge.
It's quite expensive.
It's quite expensive. People now will go further and they are comfortable. Previously, probably everybody had to go to Nairobi to work. With the issue of devolution, you know what devolution did? It literally brought a lot of development and a lot of things that are happening centralized to it was decentralized.
Yes.
So today, there's somebody who does not know anywhere else apart from Ngong Town. Biashara zake zote ziko within. They are making their money from Ngong Town. They work, live, study. Everything is within this town.
Yeah,
if they want to go to a hospital, they'll still go here. If they want to go to a shopping mall, they'll come here. Everything that they do is within. So those hubs now will create to semi-hubs. So that is why property market keeps, we have to go further. So what I usually tell myself is the next 20 or 30 years, you will not be thinking of places like Nakuru, Kamati, Ikombale. It will be part of Nairobi. You will feel like you are within the city still because growth itakuwa inaenda ikiexpand.
So there's something you've mentioned about how when you're looking at other real estate companies, they were focusing on. I remember kwanza there was such a buzz about getting you get yourself like property in Naivasha. Everyone is like, Naivasha is where we are all going. And then people now also, something that's trending right now is that people are moving outside Nairobi. Is that something that you're really looking at in terms of even expanding and
you have to have a concept around it. So for example, today today we are focused as a company, we are focused on selling residential properties. Our theme is usually buy today, build tomorrow. Like you can buy and build immediately. That is the concept. What I have noticed is the company right now is 5 years old. So we have to create new concepts to our customers. So what has happened is, yes, there is a customer who wanted to buy and build. And actually they have comfortably done that. If you go to a majority of our projects, already watu wamejenga. So, but you have to have new concepts to give to our clients. And so the issue of getaway homes, you can do Airbnbs, somewhere you can be now making money out of your investment. So those are some of the concepts that we are developing in terms of, because of the demand and the needs that are there for our clients. What we try as much as possible to do is still position our clients in a way that it makes sense for them. You don't have to take your client uko tu mashinani na uko ndani for purposes of anunue tu. But we can have concepts even around, for example, the government is doing a lot of, let me give you a good example, lab set. Na gava imejenga lab set.
Imeenda hiyo.
So Northern Kenya is really opening up. I happened to be there last weekend and I had a vision. I saw what the government is trying to do. So all the way from Lamu, hiyo barabara yote, the way they are. So I feel such areas have big opportunities. So it's about coming up with a concept that will be able to help your clients enjoy very good rate of returns.
Yes.
So be the first one to be in that location. Even set up a hub that will be able to cater for a commercial area. Probably somewhere one can set up a petrol station. Then bring the infrastructure that will enable your customer to be able to set up such.
Yes.
So there are those opportunities, and because our country is growing, I keep saying this, our country is growing as much as it's not growing at the rate at which we want it to grow. But there is slow,
steady growth.
So we are not where we were 10 years ago. We are not where we were 5 years ago. There's a lot of things that are happening. So I don't know if you know the biggest wind farm is in Northern Kenya. Yes, it produces around 15% of our electricity.
Really?
I'm telling you.
And the way people say that place is underdeveloped, it doesn't have assets.
Look at such opportunities. So it's all about being able to follow the growth, knowing what is happening. So yes, as a company, we are open-minded, just to answer you, to see. But at the end of the day, you have to look at what is the immediate need, because if you don't look at the sasa nikikupeleka Northern Kenya hata wewe hautaitikia kuinvest, na hapa Nairobi una rent.
That's true. That's true, yeah.
Yes, so there are needs that we need to satisfy here now.
First.
Then we can be able to move to such ideas. But I'm sure we are also exploring the diaspora market. We have been very consistent at it right now. So you'll find somebody in the diaspora probably does not want to buy and build. They want to buy and explore a totally different thing, because they already have a home where they stay. So all that is ideas that now, being a 5-year-old company, we can comfortably be able to explore. Yeah.
Transparency, trust, and integrity are such key things in this space.
Yeah.
You mentioned about even people in diaspora. We've had cases where someone said because they were abroad and they were sending money to their brother, so the brother to give them maybe a piece of land and something, and then by the time they come, the brother was taking photos and showing the land. Kumbe hiyo shamba sio yake.
True.
So how have you been able, over the 5 years, building trust not only for people here but even for people abroad who are trusting you to secure property for them?
Okay. So one of the biggest ways we have been able to earn our customers' trust is our consistency in delivery. So when I started the company, there was this concept: you can go buy property, start selling before you pay off the owner, which is not a bad concept. It's very good. But what happens is the customers that are giving you the monies will always be at risk at some point. So all of you are exposed because you're selling what you don't own. They are paying to you something you don't own. So we changed that. When I realized the dangers of such a concept, I decided now I'll buy, fully own the property. Then I can be able to promise things to my clients that are there. So for example, if I promise you you're going to get your title deed within a month, that is the correct position. Unless something comes up, but if it's 30 days, that 30 days is a must we deliver.
Yeah.
So we have delivered consistently. So we sell what we own, number one. Then secondly, documents are always ready. So come with your lawyer. If you want bank financing, we accept. So all that helps us to be able to be transparent in a way. So there is no day somebody will come to ask for the documentation from us and the stories.
Yeah.
So we set up our house in order. We make sure we have done all the necessary amendments when it comes to land subdivisions. We already have individual title deeds for that properties. So that has assisted us in terms of making sure our process is transparent. And over time, what I've realized is that pia customers hawataki story. Wanataka tu wakuje shamba ndio hii. Can I confirm this is the land? Yes. Can I come with my surveyor and confirm? Yes. Can we do the transaction when my lawyer is involved? Yes. Na sisi tuko sawa.
So does that then mean if I pay today, I want a piece of property?
Yeah.
I come in, we negotiate, and we agree.
Yeah, we do the agreement.
Do the agreements, do the payments and all. Am I going to get the title deeds immediately?
Okay, immediately. That's a very good question. You cannot get the titles immediately because there's a process that you have to follow.
So tupeleke hiyo process.
So the process is not difficult. So literally when you buy land, there is you have for the exchange of the title deed from my name to your name. We need to go through two processes. First, we need to go through a land board, the land control board. So the land control board, what its work is simply, it happens at the constituency level. So every constituency has a land board. So, so at that point, so there are people who sit. The chairman is what used to be the DC, the district commission. So these days I think they are DCC. No, not DCC. They are yes, I think it's the DCC. So, but DC is the chair of that board. So they sit on a specific day once per month. So once they sit, they approve the transfer between myself to you.
To the client, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that has to happen because now, ideally, it's composed of people who understand the area in terms of the land area. Kuna wazee sasa wenye wanaelewa hizo ni shamba. They can easily be able to know this property was owned by who previously. They have the information huko ground.
Yeah.
Now, once they approve that now I can transfer the property to you, we have to go to the land registry.
Yes.
So the land registry, now that's where you find the land registrars. So you have now to go through another process of booking for documents. So that is why once we finish a transaction today, we ideally say 30 days. You can be able to fast track it because the government gazetted now can have special land boards. So kitambo zilikuwa but hazikuwa legal. So right now it's legal. We can do a special land board whereby if you want your consent today, you can just go pay the special land board fees and in a day or two you get the consent. You don't have to wait for the monthly sittings. Once you get that special land board, the consent, now you can go direct to the registry. In a day or two, you have your title deed. So it can be as short as 7 days, but we give it a maximum of 30 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
2020 to 2025, 5 years, we've had a change of guard. We've had a new president.
Yeah.
There's people are complaining about issues of land rates in Kenya. How has that been of any impact, negatively or positively, to the company? Because you're actively dealing with.
Now, this might be controversial, but I'm a very forward-thinking person. So I think what the government is trying to do, as much as most people are opposed to whatever the government is trying to achieve, as a country, we don't have an option, but we have to take that direction.
Yeah.
So, for example, what is the purpose of land rates? So the purpose of land rates is simple. The government takes money from the people who own properties, and when they get those money, in terms of the land rates, for example, they have to assist in maintaining the roads, the drainage,
basically amenities
around your properties. Do we need that as a country? Yes,
we do.
We do. Now, when you say that you don't want the government to introduce land rates, and still you want the government to come and do the roads and maintain and all that, I feel we will never ever be able to become westernized. You'll be surprised if you travel abroad, if you own a home, you pay taxes for your own home. You know why you find these two mzungus tumekuja Mombasa na tumekatalia huko after retirement? You know why you find those guys coming there? It's because they cannot afford to live abroad. It's simple. You have your own home. Yes, they paid a mortgage for 30 years and they were able to finish. So they fully own the home. Then they have a retirement social security, that's what they call it. They own they are getting some retirement money.
Yeah.
But the home they live in and the car they own, every year they have to pay taxes on them. Now, the taxes you're paying on your home probably is even higher than the amount you're earning from your retirement fee. So most majority prefer to sell off the home because itakuwa auctioned na serikali. And now they come to a cheaper place to live and they continue getting their social security. The thing is, for you to go to that level where everything is working,
streamlined and working,
streamlined, the roads, you'll never find pahali kuna matope. Everywhere is tarmac, drainage iko sawa, electricity iko, hakutaipotea maji. The government has to have some resources to be able to sort that out. So I think the conversation is progressive. Yes, there has been serious impacts because what I feel serikali inakujanga tu imeintroduce is usually inakujanga tu imeintroduce you know there is the for example the laws behind then there is the regulations or how it's supposed to be implemented. So the implementation aspect of it is the biggest issue because today what happens, for example, people are supposed to pay land rates or even on freehold property today. However, the government will never collect all the land rates from everybody. What they will do, they will wait until the day you want to transfer when you're selling that property. Then they tell you, you have not paid for land rates for 7 years. So unapata mtu anaambiwa now even with the penalties, the government needs 2 or 3 million from you.
And then you wonder,
so now everybody will complain.
So
the government needs to, and you see, if they were able to collect from everybody comfortably, I can promise you, even the rates at which we are supposed to pay, zingekuwa kidogo sana. Nobody would ever
complain. I feel
ama we unaambiwa ulipe like 500 shillings in a year. Hiyo hautai complain. But now because they are not able to collect from everybody and then they have to use other milango ya nyuma kind of ways to collect these fees, that is the biggest issue. However, for us to grow, for us to change in terms of what we want in terms of growth, there are things that as a country we have to accept. We have to accept land rates and land rents, like now the new Land Amendment Act that was passed this month. Or November, last month.
November,
Yes. If you check what they were trying to say, we are going to convert some of the freehold properties to leasehold properties. Amazingly, let me tell you something you don't know. Because I'm a former banker. Banks are happy to give you money when you own a leasehold property than when you own a freehold property.
Why?
That's the biggest question.
That's a question.
The biggest question, the reason is, for leasehold, you pay two form of taxes. You pay land rents and you pay land rates. But for freehold properties, you don't pay land rents. You don't rent from the government. You see, for leasehold, for example, you're given a 99-year lease. That means shamba si yako, shamba ni ya serikali. So you have umelease tu. So you have to pay rent on your plot. However, as in our Kenyan context, land on leasehold is considered very prime. Because, for example, the whole of Nairobi is leasehold. Hakunanga freehold anywhere in Nairobi County. It's purely leasehold. Majority of the municipalities are leasehold. Municipalities ni kama Ruiru Town, Thika Town, Kiambu Town, those places. So what you will find is, even the banks know the value of properties in such places have very high. Any place iko na value iko high. And also the government really concentrates on those areas in terms of amenities. So ukipata kipothole hapa Westlands, lazima hata kama kitakaa sana kitatengenezwa tu. And look at it even in terms of infrastructure. For example, World Bank came to the country during former president's time and they decided they want to assist the country in terms of infrastructure. where did they start doing the infrastructure? Municipalities and areas within the city. So you'll find majority of places in town, in Nairobi County, Utawala wapi, kumewekwa tarmac. Hata Eastlands, kumewekwa tarmac.
Somewhere you don't expect really.
Yes, but at the end of the day, given the population and all those kind of things, properties za leasehold zinakuanga na demand zaidi kuliko freehold. But people want to say, I want to own freehold property because it's mine forever. Yes, it's yours forever, but I feel it is yours forever, but iko na some level of disadvantage. Because as a country, we need to grow. We need to be people who are willing to change. We really need that conversation to shift from, because you see what happens when the property changes to leasehold. The government is responsible for that property. At the end of the day, as an individual or as a community, we will never be able to do those infrastructure projects of bringing in sewer lines.
Yeah, by yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah, you can't. You know? Yeah.
As much as is the responsibility ya serikali, because unajua shamba zikiwa leasehold inakuwa rahisi kava kusema hapa tunapitisha leasehold. Kwa freehold unaweza kataa.
Unasema sasa nataka kukata shamba yangu kwa sababu gani?
Unapitisha nini kwa shamba yangu? You'll go to court, you'll say the compensation was not enough, all those stories. Leasehold gava inakuja inasema hii shamba ni yetu. At the end of the day, if you refuse, you are going to cancel your lease.
Yeah.
So we need to be progressive. There needs to be that conversation whereby when we are talking about properties or land, there is that change. And people need to understand. Waache kuwa very rigid to change. Yes.
There's some two things I want us to speak about before we finish.
Yeah.
First of all is property financing, because you'd find, and this one is majorly for people who are younger. Mtu mwenye ana wealth, anaweza kuwa ni ako rich lakini haja build wealth, but they want to get a piece of land somewhere, or they want to get property but they can't finance at a go. Do you have like property financing plans that people can plug in?
So at Amcco, what we do, we have two options. We allow you to lipa pole pole.
Oh, lipa mdogo.
Lipa mdogo mdogo. So, and a majority of our customers go for that. We also have partnerships right now with the NCBA and Cooperative Bank. So if you want to be financed by a bank and you don't know where to start, those are our partners, and we will comfortably we have really assisted so many people to get properties through the two banks because of our relationships with them. But we also accept bank financing, Sacco financing. I have seen a lot of customers going through Sacco financing. It's a bit easier. So lipa pole pole allowed. Sacco financing also a bit easier, because they will take part of the money is covered by the property, and then the rest probably is covered by your savings.
Yes.
So ikona haina pressure mingi. What I have noticed with Saccos, they give you probably a maximum of 3 years to repay off the loan.
The loan.
The banks are going up to even 7 years, depending on your relationship, but majority do 4 or 5 years. That is averagely the repayment period. I enjoy seeing people buying land using financing, especially through Sacco or bank financing, because at the end of the day, if you are paying, let's say you took a 1 million loan, at the end of the day, within the 5 years, probably you end up paying 1.5 million. But you'll find now when it comes to the land, in 5 years, labda your shamba itakuwa worth 2.2.
2.2, yeah.
Sindio? So you have still gained. So at the end of the day, one should not limit themselves in terms of the options that they can take to own a property. And because of the consistent growth, unapata, as I have said, appreciation ya kitu kama shamba iko very consistent in this country. And it is because of our capital. Naisemanga, we are capitalists when it comes to land in Kenya. The regulations here, ni demand and supply will determine. There is nowhere the government is inakuwa involved kusema we are capping like Uganda, they say the land haiwezi pita 20 million in this area. Is capping. In Kenya, hapa Hillside 1 acre is almost 600 million.
That's why.
An acre of, your pesa, it's almost like what, $500 million.
Yeah, that's
You know, just
slightly
for an
above.
acre, just an acre of land. You see the opportunities that we are talking about. The demand and supply determine the price.
Yeah.
So yes, financing is. We allow financing. We also give lipa pole pole and all the options because our documents are always ready. The banks just need the title deeds, and we have the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the role of mentorship? We started with you saying your mentors were telling you to go and get trucks from
Yeah.
Ayad, and then you went and got someone who kikakuramba.
Mbaya sana.
What's the role of mentorship in business?
It's I think in business, mentorship is everything. For what I can tell you for a fact is that there is nobody who is a know-it-all. And in business is about, sometimes it's even more about knowing how to face challenges and getting solutions for the challenges. And sometimes the solutions are so simple, but if you think with emotionally, if you react to things, you'll never see the solution. So and I've seen especially in my business, you'll find ulinunua shamba kutoka, let me give you a good example. Umenunua shamba from like 7 siblings. Then in between the transaction wameanza kukosana.
Yeah.
So for anybody na kifo yake, you can say let me run to court and niwashitaki hawa watu. That thing will go for 5-6 years mkiwa kotini. But you can sit them down, wachinjia kambuzi, and you agree everything with a pastor there and a chief.
I've seen that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they agree. The transaction ends when everybody is happy, hugging each other. So what I have learned in business is mentorship is everything. Also in terms of, I remember when I went to Kikuyu, I sat with one of directors of another company and asked him, how do I operate in this market? Some of the insights he gave me, I still use them up to now, up to today. The advantage of mentorship is the people who probably mentor you, they have already passed through whatever you're going to pass through. So at the end of the day, it is easier for you. So you will be able to go further than they managed. So at the end of the day, for me, mentorship is everything. I try as much as possible, even from when running Amcco, to have mentors all around. It is all about decision making. It's all about delayed gratification. You have made the small monies, and tomorrow you want to drive the best car around.
Yeah. You know, you want to just be in Dubai chilling.
Yes,
and watching F1.
Yes. So somebody will just challenge you and show you should be doing something different, which I believe some of these things is we have to consistently be able to get from mentors.
Yeah. Do you have Gen Zs here, this office?
I think 80% of my staffs are Gen Zs.
Wanakupeleka aje huko? Wanajua kuuza shamba?
Yeah, they are good. Okay, this is what happened. Myself, when I started, I only wanted to work with Gen Zs, young people, because they have the energy. Yeah. They have the energy. Wakanisumbua. Now I had to learn how to operate with them. But I think we have hacked it. I feel to some extent, Gen Zs are from a different generation altogether. Yeah. I'm a millennial. Yeah. I respect authority. I will come on time. I fear yes, I fear losing my job. You know, Gen Zs will ataamka asubuhi and say they are not. Hata kuambia ameenda. Utamkosa siku mbili. Unampigia simu.
Anakuambia kodiani anapumzika kidogo atarudi.
And you know what they say? They tell you, they usually say it is they will think they want to wameenda wafikirie ama so, what is think you're thinking about? Yeah. Ama it's too much. Like the excuses. Yeah. But I feel two things. One, we have to learn to work with them. They're people of a different generation. They have different motivations. But secondly, things are going to recollect. At the end of the day, when they are in their 30s and they are heading to 35s and all those ages, the demands of life will force them to recollect. So easy disciplines, all these challenges we are facing now, zitakuwa zime-recollect. That has been my argument. Because at the end of the day, somebody will have 2 or 3 kids at that point in time. So now they have to respect the. Hawezi amka asubuhi sasa aseme, wacha
Never that
niende.
serious bwana. Hiyo ofisi hamtainiona. Yeah.
But they are tough to work with.
Speaking of that, watu wa kuuza shamba properties nini, there's a lot of paperwork that goes in.
Yes.
Have you found your place in adapting into tech and moving into
Yes. Now for us now,
nini?
we have an advantage. Yes, we are quite ahead in terms of tech, and that has really worked for us in terms of even with diaspora customers. So we are going paperless as a company probably in the next 2 years. We try as much as possible now to avoid paper. So we have everything in a system whereby you can sign off your documents, you get your receipts. So if you buy land from us today, you have a portal whereby you can access all your details there. You can see the payments, the way you made your payments.
Your karatasi moja isipotee.
Actually, with Amcco today, you can, once you buy land with us, even if you have the physical title, our customer portal has everything. So you will get the consent documents that you signed, you'll get the transfer documents that you signed, you will get the consent once it came from the land board, it's in that portal, and you'll get a copy of a title deed in that same portal. So 10 years down the line, when you can't remember even how your title used to look like or where you kept it, you can even have a soft copy of the same. So it's easy to retrieve your because majority of the people lose their title deeds or all those kind of things. Then the government is really assisting in terms of, you see, there is the Adi Sasa now. So especially, for example, Nairobi County, the other counties we are yet to reach in a position whereby everything is happening online.
Digitize, yeah.
Yeah. So the digitalization of land transactions is an ongoing process, and it's happening. So today, everything is being done through Atisasa. All your payments, all the stamp duty payments, land transfer process payments, all that is happening online. In counties like Nairobi, even the documents, even your title deeds you can find them online. So with that now, that is why we are integrating, because at some point, even areas we are selling land like Kong and Kikuyu, everything still will be so online. And we will be forced to also be doing all our transactions online. So at the end of the day, we are fast tracking to have our system that is working, so that the point at which the Adisasa platform is perfectly okay. It is just small integrations.
I really like the fact that you're customer centric. It's that the customer must be satisfied before we move to any other things that concerns us.
Actually, what I realized with majority of the customers is not even about yes, I thought it is about the land they are buying, but it's mostly about the service. It's the fact that this person knows, even if I buy land with Amcco today, 5 down years the line, if I have an issue, and I have seen it, now we are 5 years old. So there are people who bought land with me the first day, or the first month, or the second month. What I have noticed is, mtu hata hakumbuki shamba iko wapi, hakumbuki beacon yake ni gani, they'll still come to the office. We'll give them a surveyor, they'll go and their beacons are redone. And they are very happy. Because kama si angekuwa amenunua na sisi, labda angekuwa amenunua from somebody else or a village somewhere, hiyo sasa ni angejisort end to end, which is a hassle.
Ama upate alishauza. Ni yako lakini mtu mwingine alishauza.
Ama unapata kuna kanyumba kako hapo. Kuna kanyumba, you know what the villagers do? They'll never build a permanent structure. Lakini hapo ndipo analishia mbuzi.
Finally, maybe can you tell us, maybe your Amcco as a company is part of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
You've been part of the chamber for how long?
For 2 years now.
Yeah. What has been some of the benefits being a member of chamber?
The Chamber of Commerce? Number one is the authenticity of us, of the, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. The moment people know you are part of it, they feel this brand knows what they are doing. Secondly, you know, for you to be part of the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, there is a verification exercise. So as a company, obviously we were verified, and as a result, customers can have more trust with Amcco as a brand and what we do. So we have also a lot of engagements with Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. So we understand what is really happening in the market. So there are so many forums that Kenya National Chamber of Commerce does. Actually, myself, I've visited several countries through Kenya National Chamber of Commerce. So you'll find there are opportunities. There are people who want to invest in the country. They'll lead you to opportunities outside the country. As we are real estate focused, but they have really opened our mind up in terms of the opportunities that are there all over the world. So it was a great opportunity for us to be part of Kenya National Chamber of Commerce as a company, and we are learning a lot. We are ahead actually to some extent in terms of the informations and in terms of the guidance that we get. So and some of the opportunities we have had, I remember there's a time we wanted to run an article in the papers, and just one recommendation from Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, we never even had to pay for it. So you see, those are some of the opportunities that you get from being a member. That's the correct networks.
Yeah. Is marriage a business decision? You said you're a family man. Naweza pata mtu mwingine ama the laughter has
I'm telling you the truth. It should be. It should be.
Did you consider that yourself?
No, but it should be.
Why?
I think if you marry the right person, you can easily become rich.
Hizi awards zote zilitoka wapi? Kuna ile real estate 100, kuna super brands.
Yes.
These are so many awards in 5 years.
Actually, yes. We thank God, number one. That shows we people are recognizing what we are doing. But we have been very loud, especially on social media. We have had quite strong influencers. So we have been very loud. And also, we thank God we have never had any issues, scandals, or those kind of things. So at the end of the day, right now when there's conversation about real estate or property or land buying and selling, Amcco is part of that conversation comfortably. And I think for us, that's quite an achievement in the short period we have been in the market. But it speaks to about how hard we have worked internally and the results of our internal setup and everything is showing out there. Actually, I don't think there's an award that happens that we are not invited to attend. Actually, I told my team next year we will choose which ones to attend or not, because we are almost invited to all the awards. You'll find there's a new one, hata ujui ilitoka wapi. You find an email, they start making calls.
You don't a whole it's almost like the little drawers that people put awards.
In our Kikuyu branch, because this is Ngong branch, so in our Kikuyu branch there's a whole
cabinet for
awards. Sasa hata imejaa zingine zimewekelewa behind each other.
So I don't need any more.
Not we don't need any more, but I think as a company, there's something we have proved so far. So
bei inapanda kila siku.
Consistency.
Okay, hidden. Do you have hidden? If you're saying a property is 500,000, do you have hidden charges? Yes or no?
No.
All right, there you have it. So come and speak to the guys at Amcco Properties. Get yourself a piece of. Wenye wananunua iPhone 17 na una mali pa kulala 300,000 na una mali pa kulala, kuja uinvest huku.
Na Ngong ni 699, kwa hivyo